Okay, so let's have a little bit of a discussion mixed in with a review about, well, some flankers. I know I just did a video about flankers a few weeks ago, but we're gonna do it again. So if you wanna know what flankers I wanna talk to you about and some of the most frequently asked questions that I get when people find out that I have a YouTube channel, meet me on the other side of this intro and we're gonna get right into it. I will see you in just a second. What's going on, everybody? Listen, they used to call me LL Cool Trey. They used to call me Trey Belafonte. Well, now you can call me Trey 2K. Yes, we did it. We hit that 2,000 sub mark. Man. Thank you all so much. Huge milestone. I'm gonna start working on the giveaway. Not sure when exactly I'm gonna do it, but it will be coming. Thank you all for helping your boy get to that 2,000 sub mark. Man, that means a lot. But before I get into this video, into this discussion, I still need you to do a few things. I still need you to like, share, and sub. I greatly appreciate it. And after you give me your sub, which 2,000 of you geniuses have done, I need you to hit that icon bell. And then we're gonna get, after you hit the icon bell, every time I upload a video, you'll be one of the first people to know. Man, again, gracious. I greatly appreciate you all. You have no idea how much it means to me. Next stop, 2,500. But anyway, we're gonna celebrate 2K. So it's your boy, Trey 2K. No, I'm just kidding, it's your boy, Trey Sense. Listen, a little bit of a video, a little bit of a discussion. You know how we do it here on the channel. First of all, one of the most frequent asked questions that I get as a YouTuber or as a cologne guy is, where do you buy your fragrances? Most of you already know, so let's get to some of the places I get fragrances from that you may not know. Are fragrances, places that are great to buy fragrances that you may not know of. What is it? Fragrance X, Fragrance.net are two great places to buy fragrances. Hit them when they're in stock. If there's something out of stock, I think you can leave your email and you'll be notified when something comes in stock. Amazon is a great place to buy fragrances. Fragrance.ca, which I think is a Canadian company, but they're pretty good about working with you on returns and just everything. I know a lot of people buy fragrances from them. They're pretty good as well. I don't generally buy fragrances from eBay because it's just not my jam. I don't buy a lot of anything from eBay though. There are a lot of people that do. Now Mercari, different situation. I buy a lot of fragrances from Mercari. But when you buy from Mercari, read the seller reviews. Read them all and make sure you buy from a person that does a lot of transactions because there'll be just more info on them. Simple and plain. Now, let's get into some of these fragrances and then we'll get back to some more of the questions that I get a lot. Okay, this video is about flankers. And again, what I did this time, or what we're gonna talk about this time, again, flankers, but these are lesser known flankers to me that are probably, I'm trying to think of how to word this. Okay, they're all everything here is a flanker. But I went this direction because they're all good. Most of them don't get a lot of talk. One of them is a flanker. One set of these flankers are flankers to a very popular fragrance. Okay, and I got that one in my hand, so let's get it out of the way. The flanker is, the OG is Nautica Voyage. The flankers that I want to talk to you about, the first one is Nautica Voyage Sport. Thought that was gonna fall. Nautica Heritage, and my favorite that I have from that I use from the Nautica Voyage line is Voyage N83. And the reason I said it like that is because my favorite Nautica Voyage flanker is Sunset Voyage. But I only have about that much left. I don't use it because it has been discontinued and it's expensive. Now, to the flankers that I do have that I do use, Nautica Voyage Sport. I think they have Night Voyage and several. I actually like these better than I do Nautica Voyage. This one it's aquatic, but it's more masculine. To me, it's more wearable than Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage to me is not a bad smelling fragrance, but it's something about it to me that it just doesn't crank my tractor. It's a little, I don't want to use the word off-putting. Again, it's a good smelling fragrance, but to me, it is probably one of the most basic and generic smelling fragrances on the market. And I'm not sure why or how it got so popular. Just to be honest with you, I guess the right reviewer talked about it and it just... Now, with that being said, for a $10 to $15 fragrance, I do think it is a great entry-level fragrance, a great starting point for people breaking into the cologne game, or a great gift idea for somebody that you don't know if they like fragrances. I just don't think it's as good as some of the flankers, and I think this one is a better flanker. You get the same aquatic type of vibe without that sea salty type of vibe, which I like sea salt. But this one, to me, is just more woody, more masculine, just a more wearable fragrance. I would not necessarily say it's sporty, but I do think you can pull this one off on a little bit more of a cooler day, which just makes it a little bit more versatile than the OG Nautica Voyage. Nautica Voyage is one that, to me, you have to kind of wear on the hottest days of the year, or else it just doesn't do right with me. This one, it's 55 degrees here today and beautiful sunny day. I know my people out in Texas, it was in the 70s out there where JP's at. So again, I don't know if you're closer to the Texas-Arkansas state line over towards like White Oak, places like that. I think it was like 65 degrees, which is still beautiful when you're thinking we're in the middle of January. This is a fragrance that you can easily wear on a day like today. It smells good. Again, it's masculine, it's woody, but at the same time, it's a little bit tropical. Not so much of a scent that you're gonna feel like this is one that I have to wear in the heat, or this is one that I have to dress a certain way to wear it. This is just more versatile, and by that I mean, when I wear Nautica Voyage, to me, I just think like beachy, tropical, that type of vibe. This one gives you a slight hint of that vibe, but at the same time, I gotta go to work in a few hours, I would wear this. If I'm going to work out to the gym, I would wear this. Kicking it with the homeboys, I would wear this. Nautica Voyage just doesn't give me that type of vibe. It just doesn't. Now, Voyage Sport does. Just a masculine, well-rounded, easy to wear fragrance. And I'd say it's one that you could probably pull off in 3 to 4 seasons, winter, summer, spring, or fall. Next, Nautica Heritage. This one I like because it is a fresher version of Nautica Voyage. Again, you do get that aquatic DNA, but you get some freshness, some masculinity. To me, it's just a better smelling fragrance. It doesn't box itself in the way that you do with Nautica Voyage. To me, Nautica Voyage is a one-trick pony. It's like that basketball player that can jump real high and dunk. He can dunk and block shots. That's all you're gonna get. You ain't getting no crossover. You ain't getting no sky hook. You're not even getting free throws. It's either bam, dunking or blocking your shot. That's about all you can get from Nautica Voyage. This one to me is a much more versatile fragrance, much more mass appealing, has more of a wide array of uses, if that makes any sense. And the scent profile to me is better, and all of the Voyages are inexpensive except for the ones that have been discontinued. But the ones that you can still pick up at your drugstores or at your rack stores, they're all around the same price and they're all relatively cheap. So Nautica Voyage Heritage is one that I absolutely love. Nice. And again, that's one you can wear on a hot day, but you can also wear it in the middle of the winter and you're not gonna feel like I'm wearing a fragrance out of season, because I know a lot of people rotate their fragrance collection based upon the seasons, and I get it. When you have a lot of fragrances, you don't want to be reaching for, a summertime fragrance in the middle of the winter, because you want to give your wintertime frag somewhere. Nautica N83 Voyage, and this may be my favorite not named Sunset Voyage from the whole Voyage line. Now, it does kind of box itself in a little bit because it is very tropical, and this has got that old metal cap on it too. Just realized that. But they've been making, which I've had this bottle for a while. I did get kind of turned off by this fragrance. Why? I purchased a bottle for my stepson for Christmas one year, bless his heart, and he is a classic over sprayer of fragrances. He's got that kind of skin though. Fragrances, everything smells good on him, but classic over sprayer, and but I think he lost the bottle or something. Can't remember what ended up happening, or maybe it wasn't a very big bottle. I think it was just like a 30 ml, so he went through it pretty quick. So, I can wear it again and not and not feel nauseous. I know that sounds bad, but it is what it is. Nonetheless, Nautica N83 Voyage, and I say this one boxes itself in a little bit because it is definitely tropical. This is one I think should have been marketed as a unisex fragrance, because it has a very similar vibe to suntan lotion. It has a very tropical, very coconutty type of vibe. So this is not one that I would reach for on a cold winter's day, but it's definitely one I would reach for in the summertime or the spring, or if I just wanted to feel like I was going on a voyage and get away, I would definitely spray this one home. But I definitely think it has more body, more personality than the original Nautica Voyage. And I like that bottle. I think that's pretty dope, as Sam would say. So, better to me than the original. And I'm gonna sit these down here because I'm running out of room. I got 15 fragrances over here. So this is going to be a long video. Disclaimer, I'm already 12 minutes in and I'm only on 3 fragrances. So this is gonna be a long one. So y'all have to bear with me on this one. But I like those better than I do the original. Okay. Now, another question that I get asked a lot about fragrances is where to apply fragrances. To me, that's situational. It depends on what you're doing. On a date, you got to spray that neck. You got to spray that neck. Always the chest. Before COVID, when we wasn't washing our hands as much, I would say the top of the hands. But you have to wash your hands so much now. I say more up the arm if you can get to the forearm, because for some reason they project really strong off that forearm. Definitely the forearm. So chest, back of the neck. On a date, definitely hit the neckline, maybe even behind the ears. Definitely your chest and forearm, and mid chest on your shirt, I think are really good places to spray your fragrances, to apply them. This next one is from the house of Dunhill, and I'm not sure which one of these is the OG and which one is the flanker, but we're just gonna throw them all on here. We got Dunhill Desire Blue, Dunhill Desire Silver, and Dunhill Desire Red. Now, do they make a Dunhill Desire Black? Is it called Desire, or is it just Dunhill Black? Yeah, they make a Dunhill Desire Black, and then there's a Red Extreme, which I had it, but I traded it for Ralph Lauren Safari. It is a good fragrance as well. Maybe the best of the Dunhill Desire line. I didn't put the Icon line in here because everybody knows Icon and they know what it smells like, and I only have 2. So, but Dunhill Desire Red, to me, This one puts me in the mind of Mont Blanc Individuel. It puts me in the mind of a less potent jupe or Yope Home. Very fruity, very nice smelling fragrance. One of the biggest drawbacks to this whole Dunhill Desire line is it's clear they're not made with the best of quality, so you cannot overspray these fragrances or else it is going to get thick and clawing. Like this one. This one is a 3 to 4 spray fragrance at best. 5 may be pushing it. Maybe on a cooler day you can get away with 5, but as I just sprayed it in the air there, it smells good, but you can honestly smell the lack of quality in it. Now, with that being said, this is a good smelling fragrance, and coming off of your skin, it will smell good because your skin is going to absorb it and it's going to tone it down a little bit. When you spray a fragrance in the air, it's just like spraying air freshener. No matter how good of an air freshener it is, you don't want to spray 15 minutes of air freshener in the air, okay? Same thing with the fragrance like this. You just want to hit yourself, bam, 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 a couple times in those places we just talked about, and you'll be just fine. Very fruity, nice, crisp, clean type of scent without smelling like how can I explain it? It doesn't smell exactly like fresh laundry, but it goes in that direction. Again, this is one I could see somebody spraying in their car or spraying on their bed linen after they've washed it or whatever. It just has that vibe. Really good little fragrance. Dunhill is a house I really, really enjoy. I like it a lot. This next one, Dunhill Silver. I like this one as well. To me, it's more citrusy, definitely a clean type of vibe. Very, very easy to wear. Great little inexpensive office scent. Great little inexpensive gym banger. Fresh out of the shower type scent. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's got that type of vibe to it. Very casual, very laid back. Definitely says, I am not trying too hard at all. These are the type of fragrances that if you wear them right, they get a lot of attention. It just has this, the whole Desire line to me has this fresh laundry type of vibe to it. And this one, white t-shirt, you've worked hard all day, you're fixing to come home and you got to change clothes to go to your little boy's soccer game or to a basketball game or whatever. You just freshened up real quick, put on something light and easy to wear, maybe something like this, just a little pullover with some track pants or whatever. Perfect. Perfect little scent for that because you're going to give off a really nice scent profile. I think this one smells a little bit more expensive than the red. Honestly, I think this one is one that gets overlooked a lot. Dunhill Desire Silver. I think this one gets overlooked a lot. It may be my favorite out of the three. This next one, Dunhill Desire Blue. Very pretty color on this bottle. And it's almost like a mix between the two because you get, again, some of that fresh laundry detergent, good dryer sheet type of vibe with a little bit of citrus and a little bit of freshness in there, but still kind of a blue vibe. As I'm smelling it, I'm trying to think of what else to tell you about it. It is casual. I wouldn't wear this one to the gym. Much like the red, if you went 3 to 5 sprays of this, you may be pushing it because I do think it's one that would be a little bit clawing. This is one I would probably reach for more in the cooler weather or in the nighttime. It's definitely not one I would try to dress up. I would keep it casual, keep it breezy, keep it easy, and keep it moving. That's what I would do with this one. I would not try to, again, dress this one up too much. And I definitely wouldn't reach for it in the hottest part of the day or the high heat. If I did, I would keep it to 1 to 2 sprays, 3 at the most. I definitely wouldn't go 4 to 5 on this one. I would keep it light and just let it work and let it do what it do. Because when you first spray it in the air, you do get just a little bit of that, I hate to use the word syntheticness, but that inexpensive, the quality comes through when you spray it in the air. Now again, coming off of your skin, it does do a little bit different because your skin absorbs and it, you know, kind of dies it down a little bit. At the time, okay. Trying to keep this video short. I got 3 more houses to get through, y'all. And I promise. I know some of y'all don't like long videos, but for those of you who do, it's my boy Sam texting me. I'm telling him what Sam talking about, but it brings in a good time. Yo, Trey, you know what I'm talking about, Trey? Talking about fragrances, cologne, you know. This next one is a house that just doesn't get much love, period. And it's from the house. The house is Kenneth Cole. And the fragrance is black. So we have Kenneth Cole Black, we have Vintage Black, and we have Black Bold. So let's start with the OG, which I know is Kenneth Cole Black. And all of these are orange, citrus type of scents. And a very bright orange, I may add. It's bright and it's dark at the same time, if that makes any sense. Again, this is one of those that I think if you wear it the right way can be a great little inexpensive fragrance for you that's different, because you're just not going to find a lot of people wearing this one. I think it was pretty popular when it first came out, but then it kind of died off a little bit, and then it just kind of started popping up at the rag stores. Again, Kenneth Cole is one of those houses that you just don't hear much from or hear much about. And I think I'm going to put this one on skin just to give myself a little bit of a different feel for it. And I'll come back to it in just a little bit. I'm going to move on down the line. But definitely a nice, easy to wear citrus type of scent. It does not smell cheap at all. Doesn't smell inexpensive. It actually smells pretty doggone good, if I must say so myself, as my boy Corvin would say, Corvin Woods. This next one, Vintage Black. And before I smell this, I need to clear my nostrils just a little bit, y'all. Bear with me. Gotta get some more sinuses opened up. I've already smelled about 9 fragrances, I think. I think it's my 9, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. Kenneth Cole Vintage Black. Let's put this one on. And let's go back to this black real quick. Okay. The black, definitely an orangey, citrusy type of vibe. I want to say I'm picking up on a little bit of mint trying to come through there. I want to say that's mint, something. Nonetheless, I stand by what I said. I think it's a good little fragrance. If you pick that up in between the $15 and $20 mark like I did at the rag stores, I think you'll have yourself a nice little chill, relaxing type of fragrance. If you don't like orange, blood orange, neroli, any type of orange citrus type of fragrance, you will not like any of these. You won't like black, black bold, or vintage black. But if you like an orange type of scent, you may like it. Definitely one I could see being good for layering. Let's say you have Choco Musk by Al Rehab, or if you have some Axe body spray like that Dark Temptation, which is a really good body spray from Axe, and you want to layer the two to give you this orange chocolatey type of vibe, that would work. Or if you've got some cocoa butter and you want to put a little bit of your Palmer's cocoa butter on with it, that would work too. Or if you just want to layer it with something woody to brighten it up a little bit, to brighten the woody fragrance up, that would work too. Now let's go to this black bold. Vintage black. It's more woody than the predecessor, than the OG black. A little bit more masculine and seemingly a little bit more toned down. It could be because I've just smelled this one and this one is a little bit stronger. But this one, you get that orange, that citrus vibe to it, but it's a little bit darker, a little bit richer, almost like it's the EDP version compared to the EDT. But nonetheless, a good little inexpensive fragrance, one that I definitely need to get on my skin more. One of these may end up being my scent of the night as well. But for the price that you're going to pay for these, I personally think they're well-made fragrances. I think they're well-blended and they do exactly what they're supposed to do. Again, they're not the reinvention of the wheel, and they don't smell like niche fragrances, but they don't smell like $5 knockoff colognes either. I mean, they're good quality cologne. Kenneth makes good stuff. And it's, you know, I think they work. I think they do exactly what they're supposed to do. All right, now let's give this Black Bold a spray. And again, all of these are practically full bottles, and I've got to get them on the skin more. This one is almost like a combination of the two, except in my opinion, this one automatically comes off as a little bit higher of a quality, a little bit dressier. It's a little bit stronger than Vintage Black, but not quite as strong as the original Black. It's almost like if you took the two and combined them, is what you get here. Because you get that bright orange vibe scent, the same scent that you get from the original Black Bold, but it's just a little bit toned down, but more, but brighter than Vintage Black. This may be my favorite of the three. It definitely smells a little bit more expensive than Vintage Black and Black Bold. I'm sorry, the Vintage Black, and that would be Black Bold. Nice little fragrance. If you were going to pick up one, I think I would recommend you get this one. Kenneth Black Bold. Where we go next? To the house of Guess. Okay, we have Guess Seductive, Seductive Blue, and these big old dumbbells, and Seductive Noir. Now let's start with Seductive. This one to me is a very sexy little scent that gets overlooked. I think Guess is out. Look at it, atomizer. Oh, that smells so good. 3 seasons. I'm gonna go fall. I'm gonna go spring, fall, and winter. Not one I would necessarily reach for on the hottest of summer days. Definitely a spring day, definitely a fall day, definitely a winter day. Inexpensive little date night banger right here. I think it smells good. One, I'm just ashamed that I have not worn this fragrance more, but I have so many, it's hard to get to them. As you see, those levels are full. But nonetheless, this is a very modern smelling, very sweet, gourmandy type of scent. Kind of puts me in the mind of Polo Red Extreme without the coffee note. Now that's just, don't come for me, that's just my opinion. It's along those lines, just minus the coffee note. But to me, what makes Polo Red Extreme the fragrance that it is the coffee note, in my opinion. Yes, Seductive. Now we got Seductive Blue. Man, that smells good. Seems like the last time I wore that, I got quite a few compliments on it. It's been a minute. I can't really remember, but this one is definitely a blue fragrance. Fresh, clean, masculine. Not the reinvention of the wheel. Very cologne-y, very shower jelly, so to speak. This is one I would reach for fresh out of the shower type of scent. Would make a good little office scent if you wore it properly. Good little gym scent. It's non-offensive, it's mass appealing, it's easy to wear, inexpensive. Definitely one I could see somebody leaving in their locker at work, or just, in a duffel bag, or just, anywhere. Some kind of way I got a crack on the glass right there. I'm not sure how that happened. It is a good smelling fragrance. It's not my favorite. out of the line. I'm not sure it's going to be close between Seductive and Noir, but again, this is not a bad fragrance. It's a little bit creamy. This may be one that you have to spray on skin to get the full effect of it. I do think that the original, the OG, is a little bit better, a little bit better quality, and just to me, it just smells better. Okay, and last but not least is Noir. Now this one gives me spice bomb type of vibes. Sweet, spicy, bubblegummy. Smells good though. I mean, it does. It smells good. The only problem with this one is it does not last very long. But to me, that lends it to more of a date night fragrance. Not Spice Bomb, 1 million. That's more, well, kind of Spice Bomby, kind of 1 million too. Kind of both of them. I think it leans more towards 1 million than it does Spice Bomb, but both of those are very polarizing and powerful fragrances. This one comes out polarizing and powerful, but it dies down rather quickly, which to me lends it to more of a date night fragrance than more of a clubbing type of scent. Again, spring, winter, fall, or nighttime, to me would be the best occasions to wear this one. I would not reach for this one on a hot day. I could definitely see it being cloying, but if you're looking for a Spice Bomb 1 million type of fragrance on the low, here you go. This is a good one. I think Beverly Hills Polo Club Blaze is a little bit better, but this one just has a little something about it that to me just smells good. I mean, it's a really good smelling scent. The only thing I don't like about it is the performance. But again, if it were one of those fragrances that lasted 8 or 9 hours, it may put itself in a box where you would have to be like clubbing or something like that. The fact that the performance, at least on my skin, leaves a little bit to be desired, to me makes it a little bit more versatile, because it just 1 to 2 sprays of this and you got yourself a little office scent, or a little running errands scent, or a little cuddle and chill time scent. Whatever you want to do, this fragrance will do it. I do think it's sexy. I do think it smells really good for the 15 to 20 bucks that you're going to pay for this. Guess Noir. All right, last but not least, we're fixing to start the last house. We got 33 minutes. I'm trying to think of some more questions that I get asked. Oh, how many sprays of a fragrance do you apply? That honestly, to me, depends on the fragrance, the situation, and the season. Example, which is why I try to wear, I will wear a spring and summer scent dead in the middle of the winter faster than I will wear a darker, richer fragrance in the middle of the summer, because we all know I live in the Southeast, I live in Alabama. Temperatures get hot and humid and thick and muggy. You do not want to be walking around with a heavy oud fragrance on in July and 95-degree heat in Alabama with the humidity bumping. It's just not going to work well. If you do, you can only go 1 to 2 sprays on it. So it just depends on the situation. I like if you're going to church or if you're at the office, you don't want to go in there with 5 sprays of red tobacco on. You can wear red tobacco, but you just need to keep it to one spray, maybe 2 at the most. Honestly, I would say 1 to the middle of the shirt and be done with it. You know, you're not going to want to spray 5 sprays of red tobacco on and then go sit in a cubicle. You're going to choke everybody out in July. You can't do that. In the wintertime, maybe 3 sprays of red tobacco, maybe. And that still may be too much. But nonetheless, what we're going to talk about here is from the House of Hollister, and we have Festival Vibes, Festival Party, and maybe one of the best from the whole Hollister line to me is Festival Nights. Now, we'll start with the OG, Festival Vibes. And I like Hollister fragrances, I really do. To me, that's nice. Aquatic, sweet, fruity, playful, youthful. easy to wear, a little bit of aquatic, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of woods, a little bit of masculinity. Just a nice little inexpensive fragrance. Not a date night fragrance, not a sexy fragrance. Yes, kind of a gym scent, playful, hanging out with the homeboys type of scent. T-shirt, khakis, chinos, jeans, shorts, whatever. Just a nice, casual, festive vibe type of joint. Just, I could see myself taking a shower and then coming to lay across the bed and playing my fragrances and spraying this on and just being like, yo, and just feeling that vibe. Love it. Festival vibes from Hollister. Great. Any age, 11, 12 and up, till 60 or 70 could rock this fragrance, and I think would be just fine. And I think it would do okay. This next one is Festival Party. This one, not sure why party for this one, because it comes across to me as one of those clean fragrances. It is definitely masculine. I don't see it as a party type of joint. It doesn't have that oomph, but the scent profile on it is there, the performance on it is there, and the price point on it is there. I think I picked this up for like $15, $16, and you can see I have not worn it much. I do think it's a good scent. I do not think it's as good as Festival Vibes, but nonetheless, it is a good scent. And again, I think Hollister did a good job with this entire line, and this is one of those that I think once it gets discontinued, people are going to be clamoring to get it and paying a lot of money for it. But nonetheless, very casual, very laid back, slightly masculine, more clean than anything, fresh, clean, almost soapy type of scent to me. And that is Festival Party. And last but not least, out of all these 15 fragrances, is one that I haven't had very long, but it impressed me when I smelled it. It impressed me when I wore it. Very pleased to have it in my collection, and it is Festival Night. And Night is a very good name for this fragrance. This is one I would definitely wear on a date, especially spring and summertime date. Definitely masculine. Think it has some sex appeal. Romantic, a little bit blue, a little bit aquatic, a little bit creamy. For the $20 that I paid for this fragrance, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. Performance was okay. Projection was okay. Longevity was okay on it. I mean, it wasn't anything stellar like 10 hours, but I think I got 6 to 8 hours of longevity out of it with 1.5 to 2 hours of projection. I just think it has something about it. I like the color blue as well. I think that's pretty. Not really the biggest fan of that little twist off stuff right there, but I don't have to deal with it. I can twist it down, and you see it's got the white dot, so I do not spray myself in the eye. My eyes are very important. So, and I've spent a lot of money on these eyes the last 6 months or so. Nonetheless, Hollister's Festival Nights. Great little fragrance, and I think it smells good. Last question that I get asked a lot is, what do I get out of doing reviews, and why do I do it? Why cologne? And the only thing I know to tell them is I'm fraghead, and I absolutely love fragrances, and I've met some of the coolest, most beautiful people, while doing this. Sam Broom, Cheapo, JP, who just texts as I speak. That is so funny. Manny, Mr. Lester, Julie. I mean, I've met some beautiful people. Stacks, can't leave him off the list. Some beautiful Clayton. Just from doing these fragrance reviews. Just for Tyler. I mean, the list goes on and on. I don't mean to forget anybody, but the list goes on and on and on. I mean, I feel like I got family, all over the globe. Sam's in Connecticut, Cheapo in Georgia. I got a family and a whole gang in Texas. So I mean, my boy Fragrance Journeys down in Memphis. So I mean, it's just been, Chicago. What's my dude's name that lives in Chicago? It's 3 or 4 lives in Chicago. Oh my goodness, he's a review. I can't even think of his name right now. He's a reviewer, and he is always commenting on my videos, but his name escapes me at this point. But there's a couple guys down in Florida to do this. But anyway, I've had a good time doing it, and I've enjoyed it, and we have reached 2,000. So what is my dude's name? Man, that's gonna bug me. Anyway, but that's why I do fragrance reviews, is because I love fragrances, and some of the people that I've met have just been life-changing people that I feel like will be in my life from here on out. I just love it. Anyway, this video is going to be almost 40 minutes long. I apologize, but I knew it was going to be a long one. Watch it in sections if you have to, but if you sat through all of this and got to this point, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate it. Uncommon Sense, that's his name. I knew it was going to come to me. Uncommon is in Chicago. But anyway, thank you all for being a part of this channel again. It's your boy 2K Trey. It means a lot to me. I got to get off here, edit this video, take a thumbnail, get it ready to go up so you guys can see it. Yeah. 2,000 subs means a lot. Next out, 2,500. Again, stay tuned for details about a giveaway. I'll let you know what we're gonna do there. Again, thank you all. Thank you all for returning to the scene of the crime. I greatly appreciate it. But anyway, you already know the routine. You know the drill. I love you all, and God bless you all. Until next time, peace.